You know, when the holidays roll around, it gives us a great opportunity in many ways to blur the lines between inside and out. This idea of bringing the garden indoors. We do it with holiday plants such as poinsettias and Christmas cactus, and then there's no end to the greens with wreaths and garlands and certainly Christmas trees. And I like a big tree. I either like a small tabletop tree or a really big one, and this one is 12 feet tall. As you can see, I have a lot of lights on it. In fact, there are about 2,500 individual lights here, but what's special about them is that they are LED. LED lights allow me to have a greener Christmas. They don't require as much energy as most traditional Christmas lights. As a matter of fact, they use approximately 90% less electricity than conventional incandescent bulbs. So what they can also do by keeping the temperature down, and you see they don't get hot, they actually keep your tree from drying out prematurely. If you touch one of the bulbs, you'll find it's actually cool to the touch. The other thing that's interesting about these is that the strands themselves will last a long time. And you're going to think this is ridiculous, but you can get up to 10 to 20,000 hours of beauty out of one strand of lights. And the other thing is that they're made of plastic, so there's no breakage involved like you had with incandescent bulbs. Each year I try to create a little different theme for my Christmas tree. Here at the Garden Home Retreat with these 12-foot ceilings, I went with a 12-foot Frasier Fir. One thing I always do is I always like to integrate store-bought and homemade ornaments. The store-bought ornaments are pretty obvious. They're the glass balls you see. Some look rather old-fashioned, but they're actually very new. I like the pine cones. They're slightly off the silver theme, but they add a little punch. And then, of course, the beads, the garland, as well as these wonderful snowflakes. They add a little sparkle and some panache to the tree. Now let's talk about some of the homemade ornaments, like this little star. You see, what's great about having some homemade ornaments is it makes the tree look old-fashioned, gives it some soul. This is a salt dough ornament. We have about 60 of these on the tree. They're really easy to make. They're made from salt, flour, and warm water, baked like a cookie in any shape you like. And then we painted them with house paint. I just used an interior latex, the same color we used here in the house, called Nantucket Breeze. It's a low VOC paint, and these should last for a long, long time. Some of the other homemade ornaments that you'll see on the tree include these wonderful little origami birds, which are made out of doilies. They cost about 5 cents a piece. And then take a look at some of our icicles. Those are just 2 pipe cleaners twisted together to look like an icicle. Pretty convincing, huh? And then take a look at some of these macaroni birds or mythological creatures. They're made with different types of macaroni, some lima beans, and glue. All it takes is those few ingredients and some imagination. And then I finished the tree off by using some wide velvet, wired ribbon, and created these large bows and placed them all over the tree. Created a great sense of contrast to the green and all the cool colored ornaments. So that's the theme for this year. I'm really pleased with it, and who knows what I'll come up with for next season.